dore ni padua no munti no enya ade abehu enti misrel so hu sansen na hoyi na hu sasa niam yi a bomoden ko heba shop bia utie mi eben o ko pharmaceutical shop ena for license chemical shop ebia womo mutie mi ewa manone ani nkura hodo aka nyina asonso no bomoden na pele bia ye ton nro na ka so pe give us GC mixture ena for give us GC capsules eno ne aduru a ye di tutu infections ena afi eye enam yarewa biase be ma nso wo hono a se yare no ba anasa wo ye infected a wo bon se na afi de brebia na ne sebi ne be ma na no na nsuo bi etensinsin fifia no ba oye se ogu nsuo a na sebi ne be ma no emu ye ne hene wo di mpemu agora eno nso na de how e de bre no wo bon se na afi de na yase ewe no na sebi ne be ma no emu eye ne frem a me nua ba papa mame ena awo eja sa wo hu sansen na hoyi a ment na se memfa nkoye mpaebo emfa nkoye akomche emfa nkoye enkomhye ne edifo nam so edro ne ye ba akopɛ give us GC mixture ena fe give us GC capsules eye yankasa ye memu hahama eni dubina ena yatete dia fa abafu nimde kwan so ena ye dia ye eno no dia ba kona kopɛ bi na to nanom herbal shop bi e wo man mu pharmaceutical shop bi a ena fe license chemical shop bi a no obenya givers ye nupa ne bi e wo honom edro na ye ba akopɛ ne anopa mi ne udi ho nkomo no eye givers GC mixture ena fe givers GC capsules mesra kai se edro no obefa ne mienu abom ofa to paye na ni nsuo no nso no wanom aka ho na eno no etumi aboa pa enti mesra say infections na etetew anasa enemu yarewa bia no to ho anamo infections no so ye say bia no obi ti ahyam ni titu ni trotrofo metifo eni taxi adwadifo ne ani nyina na da bia odo ho twitwi obi enfifre na ewo no ho no bia na yare bi gom wodi ho twi no na wodi ho twi seat baako nipa ba ye handed tena so obi sorry so a bia na nipa ne ye infected wo de atena seat no so o sorry ya won so akwa tena so aso dem saa na tie mosque saa na tie baby bia enti misrel men twense yare no enhye wo so ansa ya wo adrofesie tresem no kra se siesie husie na wonnim da bone no ebeba enti wonnim da yare no ebeka wa hye enti infections ne de ewo ba bia adwuma mu kra no ewo ho wa hwe eya mansan jana bia ya tai koi wa hwe toilet city obi sorry so ana obi ko bisa hu se empre dodo se ne sanitize no enti nipo sabi oba betena so no unim ne wo ne ho unim ne wo ne to ho unim enti ne ye ka che ne ye bo okoko se bomodin na yo hu aduro esansa unim be bia obaka kofa infections no ediefi se ye asodan mu se ye mosque se ye adwuma mu se ye adwaso se ye ehyan mu se ye hifa tap baako na kai se oboyire no so wo honom no bacteria ni tumi rem viruses tumi rem enti we so we mu agemu we so we mu agemu no na nso akwakosom na wa ye infected enti eno na se wantu ho na montem a ne de ohaw e de ebrew eduro baako ho hia eye givers GC mixture and afi givers GC capsules ewo herbal shop pharmaceutical shop license chemical shop biemu o mayimo obetumi enya bi ato anom oyire ntobi mo okunu ntobi mo oyire na mo ntobi ma mo ma no wo mo mo wantu asosuku sa hodro boarding house ahodro suapon ahodro mu mo ntobi mo esanse niam ahodro ye omo de ye omo ho edidi dwuma no one way the other no obey infected wo ye infected no anya ni ho aduru a obon se ni pedua kwa no ba bi no na afa de e de hawo ba obon se ne na afa de obabi ye oya de bia nti ohun se organs ni nyina esanse wa ye infected ni nti no edi ninya eti misra bomode ne tu ho anamo na padu pa ne ansana akechi enti pe herbal shop bi e wo manyimu pharmaceutical shop and have a licensed chemical shop be a tun odro bia na ka so pe givers GC mixture and have a givers GC capsules otwa fabum e bia ma che bibi mu ha na won te ase wa ko to adro na e bia pe kwan obetumi afa so anom na me kire se brand adro nyina no givers ye drink Ghana for ho na ye ndro no nya matra makwe na mu ne ye pese mu ko to adro na ye hu se ne ama ho so te ene se ne ayare no etifa koninti no bomode na fra ahomatrofo yi eso eye 0543 22 24 70 0543 22 24 70 and have a 0501 55 68 28 na woni ye ni nkomo na ne aka kire bia nso no yentume emfamo na me da no pay me di moasi mama obi a happy sabbath ama obi a homeda na yenje me so se da kronkron me je mu ama aye oba kukudufo ni monyamfo ho ofefo na ne aka na no pay e wo the citizen show so me da fan so de no ode atoso
me da si odifo sa wo kwa asori no
me kwa asori
okay ne ye be san so ahia next week abusia for citizen show Accra 100.5 FM said Sarme Tadi FM4 Sunyon FM4 and Adishia 99.1 FM and afins with Dagbon 102.5 Ewa Tamale Northern Region Facebook so Accra 100.5 FM Yenka ye ho na yemra ye ba ye beto adwumedie so edi amamu
Go TV, Eddie Biabo, ya Ansah Kaya, Ebema entertainment experience, Konkai, ya Frano, Go TV channel change up, a free Busumia Echo, ya Shisha channels ni na fufro, local channels na, everybody can watch channel listen also. Now movie channels, sports, and the kids channels on swear, ya Shisha ni na, ewo kwansron koso, Konsua show Go TV, Nenya entertainment, a more diankasa, Wupenchichi Mubia, called www.gotvafrica.com. Go TV, love it.
The system has nothing on her. Those in power fear what she can do. She is Madame, and she is coming. On one hand, she's a humanitarian, and on the other, she's using them to seduce men in power for favors. Madame is a new drama series that explores the evils of an uncontrolled system where young women are exploited. Premiering Monday, 8th May at 8 p.m. on Akwaba Magic, DSD channel 150 and Go TV channel 102. Stay connected on star 759#.
Hey, say the mako hu e Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no. Me ho kra bi me. Say enunti no manya award wa. E world best. Obi an transe e ma dompem ya de. Ka say anase no boya de enkan to dem.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Esanya want to say ne ekuro etu no. Ne enka e wona num. Oba na be mo pa wo. Ene enyarwan kaye.
Nansi ma me ka say ene spinal cord ho e kan ye no. Greenfield ada romanti ene wasa so de gina na so epiem.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultra modern laboratory and a diagnostic machine sa. Ehwehwe ni pedua ni mu ankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our Nungwa Dogon Estate Junction last stop. From 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
Abusiafo Accra 100.5 FM su enie Citizen show ena no pay yesum wo mabadwafo atnase Honorable Daniel Kwesi Esiama former MP Buem constituency ena face no Madi no yedia Muhammad Jibril also Ababekense enti Madi Muhammad Jibril also Ababekense former deputy national organizer de ma NDC anopemi no wo na eba be djuma e wo fie say ebani fo me ma chi mo akwaba
ya ohima ohima no didi say
nana ama
ohima nana ama
nana ama ejaako
Aje. Oho ya de.
Nyame ado. Ama dia pom say.
Nyame ado meye.
Ide nyame ase. You say by elections akogu. Ba akonso wo manim.
In fact, elections say everywhere nim. Elections.
Oh yeah, internal elections.
There's elections. Yeah. Elections. Yeah. And I was the main one ahead of us. Into where steps are here for
okay.
Where steps for me? This is a steps are.
And so now me can buy election.
By elections.
And I me can buy election.
And it's like a very norm. After every internal elections, be a connection of piano. The following year there will be
by elections. Yes. Oh okay.
Yes. Over Telencia after the main elections, and then by 2015 towards 2016 elections. Over I also got that after the national elections, the following 2 months, and I also West Wego. So it looked like a Yenshishediba say my wound.
Now, okay, no experience need to say. I'm in the country. The party for Inchia, the leader of the party, John Dramani Mahama. Nipa after now, I see what the Mangan of the USA, of Africa. Even while fighting for his own position, is out there speaking and guiding African to be able to achieve what African will get. Lanko is teaching our bomb by saying man society and they will not speak. So let's pray for him. And they say going to our world here, election sem, economy sem. Oba Yahaswa, your leaders as a national chairman, general secretary, all the national executives any constituency executives. More especially young omni position krapa omuye Jumadin Ebua party. I was so impressed when I went to Kumewu, seeing people on their own among for you so sika and a faka bar Kumewu. Okay.
Yes, looking for their own accommodation. You better crap on Eduane because it shows said the NDC has come to a point that a day in Nimunua 2024 no Obia who say Esum until Obia Pequania Obeboa ama party no actually and as achievements our success no until Makasi Kumewu one of the test cases that also my party opportunity to learn from certain turns. We went to elections. Nobody goes to elections. They won't win elections. Yeah, we call it for elections. At least we believe that the people of Kumewu, Ejumapa NDC aye, and the to even tell Ghanaians say they be a kono enya adipa in Dada and Ejuma. But Kumewu as it is, Ashanti region, they play the cards that they want to play. But no end deter party for. And Timenkasi they be Yanu MP and say yes, you do party no. So the numbers we saw shows encouragement. Say this is a constituency year, the last elections year 2020. Yeah, party for Electoral Obama independent candidates. I went MPP.
Yes.
Yeah, party for. So if you got to the point they say no to that independent, no to MPP, and come back to say we are going to vote for NDC. If you mean there's a presidential election, I would have done more. Then it's encouraging in Kumewu. And generally, who Kumewu in terms of our enthusiasm, our will to do, the way people monitoring the exercise, MPs taking agent work, people work throughout the night. I'm impressed. I believe say this enthusiasm way. At the call for 2024, I believe we even improve on it because every elections, certain activities, there's the downs and ups. I believe that we work on the downs now, Kumewu, and move on. But I'm also happy. Say, Nibia make say, Nyama MPP for say, power ma NDC, power ma NDC. No, I always say, Kasaka Karamoka. Because when the people decide, say you are not the person they want you are, you over. Because if the MPP sat down realize baby eko do no even though kumewu amuka say sa ponchi krapo na candidate mamo na the flag to no so a kumewu fo anasa santi mebeto aba mamo and you go to a point na sa abo na we to so say yam to aba ma no this e wo di sika eni ntoma na aduane na mamo ansa no meto na which means abo no krapo ndin abo no kwa to aba na ama no bio because it took the MPP money on say or 50 Ghana or the ntoma ma and sons are 14,000 who voted for them willingly in the last 24 elections came out to vote for them. This gave me encouragement. Actually, I said, even without that, NDC and to my Bibia, the MPP now doing road construction. In fact, Kumewu Hospital, in fact, but now I can't Kumewu Hospital. And then people can say, oh, yeah, where Juma? It was the time the MPP now brought machines in Kumewu Hospital to come and say, where Juma. But upon all this investment MPP are here, which I believe is they cannot share that kind of cloth on election day in 2024. They cannot. They cannot share that same money in 2024. So it means that they themselves will say, "Omuni vote in the because once you will have won the elections in Kumewu, then people could have relaxed because even one vote could have won the election for them. Even one vote, and I will share difference there. The possibility of winning elections was higher. Okay. So they could have even relaxed, but they couldn't. They couldn't sleep. And the chief of staff was there putting resources. MPs were sharing, but MPs and it and your constituency for no, the MP is not free honor. Office of President for NHSika. Oh, so in fact, and this is the only election.
All government machinery never come.
This is the only elections for the first time. Yeah, because they are justifying the money they gave. Yes. In fact, they were not able to say debut. Almost say debut, they gave them because they were giving TNT. They were encouraging people to come and vote. Did they encourage NDC members? Because you want turnout to make a case of. Because you turn out. But as I say, Juma no amanye. As I say, the NDC has worked and the Ghanaians are ready to change power. And let them put the numbers there to tell Ghanaians, oh, still your vote in the. And that's what the MPP try to do. Say, let's just deceive the people. Young catcher one for say, oh, the MPP is still strong. But you see, the 1,200 difference, prove them wrong. Minimum that 1,200 difference, put them wrong. Now, come and think of it. This is a candidate just get into the elections. A candidate, In fact, it's a candidate that we were supposed to prepare him towards 2024. Okay. And if somebody a figure up on a while come out on the political scene. Okay. But short time away, and I wait to me a pull this number. Then you can tell you say, if you have that time to work within the Kumewu, we'll get the best out of it. Okay. And this has also shown the kind of people we elected across in the primaries. Oben say that zeal, that kind of enthusiasm, so pulling vote up for us in 2024 is not going to be an idea. Like I say,
okay, but Madi, before 2024, and as ahead of 2024 general elections, there's another by-election. Yeah, train says speaker beba. As in North, nobody declares seat neve can nabia. Preparation said to me a cost one. On say after Kumauno, MPP for me who said an abi mu wiki mu no more mu videos eba. Or must start a cost me or honomoa or muguso mo yemi say NDC monso mondai. So experience a mu near mu a course work me by-elections openly. Broad daylight, police station center, ye jina ho ye cheska. MPP for jina, so they working. And ya di omu ye di siye ye kra nya report bebre. Ye nya report pass independent candidate no. Obo obi asum one center. Ya na chese wo cheska. By election, any say the MPP ye no. Em say vote buy no. First na bia ye titi kra ye nye ni openly said ye course yi. Abaye part bia air course. And then say we share as in not 2020 parliamentary resource ebaya James Jechikwesini ya wojina mudima NDC enya 17,498 which is 55.21%. Ena Abner Drowa Mensa MPP enya 14,133 representing 44.79%. It is a uti free mwanacha say James Jechikwesini no vote or the 3 MPP no 3,305 votes. I just say no. MPP for frase, I want to say how chile was system nim. Because I want to system man kwa check Gary 2 cups. And kwa check mu 2 cups, no 3 cups. Obi 50 cedis. Papa bi was say ene ade achi kra se be year from an papa menu obenya aduane ba kokra di problem. Enti onya 50 cedis e we mo sua niema wom. Yeah, ene anopa na make asa mo so muduru hanu ma yem se do every day scan we say mo so chebi.
You see, it's a fact say the MPP money also influence. It's also fact say they say what we say Omar Joanne could do a friend say as enough. But who the kind war in fear and say
wedding with him.
You see, it tells you say the MPP have realized the system the NDC has, they cannot match it. Until almost the eye service projection. Until Omar say you did kind of to put a fear, and this can say, hey, MPP for alcohol. But do we announce our strategy to MPP? No. Oh, so if you own the alcohol is an issue, then we will say, but we will not announce our presence to MPP. No.
Okay.
Our system, system. Okay. Ours, we are focused to get the seat back in Senov.
Okay.
A choir to prevent whether they will put money, they will do project. Almost at the project almost last year.
Oh, as enough. Okay.
We know what they were doing in Asino. So ne dano amukoye. Even so much that for the last 1 year. A year road construction, a year we are. Now more Janeko, which means it tells you what even they know that is not working. Oh, so you amu for all this way in my dear. Even with the judges again in your court to fast track the even criminal case, we know what they are doing. We know what they are doing. We know what they are doing. The MPP. We know, and we know the plans MPP. Yes, plans are more behind plans are more. So we will not announce what we know that they are doing, but we will win this seat for the NDC and for Ghanaians. That seat will win it, and I can assure you, party. The AC or a friend say Kumewu. We have all seen it, but you see, if the people of Kumewu have defined 1,200 of them are defined, Sikasem a lot of kwanya omunye etimia to about Bibiada NDC. It means the people of Asenov who believe say James Eye Juma and then DC with him and then to my speak and there. Your direction that government cannot override Ghanaians. That Senov will not disappoint Ghanaians. That Senov and disappointing Ghanaians at the time now. They say Kwabena I am a sky eba. Then now the one himself say Sika. They know they need somebody in parliament who will work for the NDC in Ghana to prevent these criminals of MPP. So that when I believe in the when they say and I seen so among foreign year campaign say that appointing by better Obama no.
Okay.
You understand?
How dynamics different. So
if you go and tell them, say, a t-shirt more better about me, that's what they told the poor Kumewu. They said the t-shirt more crap, the t-shirt more crap on better about. But that statement cannot happen in a scene of in Central Region. That you can't do it in Central Region. So we believe, say, time they announce that announcement of our strategy. The party for shouldn't be worried. Say, Nana B.
Oh,
I've seen some platforms be.
Okay.
I'm for say, and I'm also more there, and I'm also no. We are not working for MPP. We are working party in AA Juma towards to achieve a goal, and we went to even in that difficult. You saw some videos. Our people are telling you say, "Enya kura apono beto ma MPP." Enya kura apono beto ma MPP, and this is the constituency here. Any if you just say AF so closer. Fine. Only me say only free station no. The moment we drive it 2 minutes now. Ra Kumewu. E kwa na free station na filling station ho no.
Na kwa fan zongo no.
MPP aja sa kwa no. O ma nya sa kwa no e ko du Oyoko. And a master some your road.
So Oyoko na start it.
And I make say such short distance now why your portals no. What are you leaving that one for? That is the MPP for you. That is the MPP for you. In fact, a friend said Kwabena. and I'm sure you passed through Jabin.
Council of State Chairman. Why do you ask for a second? Could there be a mechanic?
But you him say a free job, over job, no. Up to date. Yes, I asked for the do South Gold Fleet Station. No.
Yes, yeah,
thank you. So this is the MPP for you.
I'm
saying that is about where the manholes. This is the MPP for you. This is when Ronaldo passed recently. Oh, but it's almost for Ashanti mine for granted.
Yeah, because if you just see Nibeka was saying, maybe me MPP me, and it's MPP and Yapi, I'm coming to my party be a MPP.
Yes,
it's about party in this way when you say, Yanyashi cry, you may not vote to the full.
That's why they take them for granted. Until what you say, work or school when you me 50 Ghana crap on our to Abama, but doesn't care. Say development. But so that's why I'm saying the ANC ever. As enough. The dynamics is going to be different, and I'm sure they will not even start going and tell us from say they are punching Kwabena to Abama. Or if you give you T-shirt. So I believe say the NDC will not disappoint Ghanaians.
Okay.
Yeah, disappointing.
Honorable Siama. One follow the Akoswa.
Yo, me da say, and I'm the tea for so I say, me da minia
Madi,
me da say, wakasa papa ye. Now, starting from Kumewu, Enyama esi wa Kumewu by elections. Yeah, when you say MPP for Akoeti say, Oma koka nsem kese achieving them became very difficult at last minute. Inti ebasano eno na amini amadeka eso fantuma edeko ulsafaska gari any emo. They said they are going to achieve 90% of votes cast. Did you get it right? That is where they peg themselves. Until 90% no, they are not going to achieve it. And they couldn't achieve it. And that is it. We say that we just want to increase our votes as compared to 2020 votes that we've gotten. That is it. So we are expecting, say a year, one vote crown Ebeka 2,439. We have achieved our aim as compared to 2020.
Okay.
Indeed, that was the planner. Yediko. I didn't know if I plan. From 1992, no, you win it no only once. Until from then, you know, bano MPP na ne winning. So according to say, Abedani almost stronghold. Now, but in their stronghold, what can we use to make a statement? Do you get it right? Niente ayetumi koho with all strength. And they say, governance is about delivering service to the people. So, Yeshia Kumewu as a constituency, had it not been this, let me excuse me to use this word, ethnicity or the party I belong to, NPP has not performed in that constituency more than the NDC.
Yeah.
Into the NDC ni echo campaign. Or when you bet to me about a church and some actual Kumewu for say, Mama see my mama chief compounds. Mama see me see hospital, mama. Mama see hospital no crown me see my boss crown MPP buy no. Mu bebre mu see my fru manuel da MPP camp and I mu camp and mu chamber mu crown. They couldn't even complete that hospital for you. Inti Kumewu for say we are seriously. This is the work of Jim.
I don't remember Fijasi.
Fijasi, okay. Yes. So you see the distance. And only pan kwanzusu minia 1 second now ako. In this enkadenu benwa nanka eye. Then we talk about water. So when it comes to water, has MPP provided water for the Kumewu people? No, they've not. Has NDC provided? Yes, they have provided. So NDC have that strength.
And so they know more mobile.
Yes.
That
is it.
Kabe si one woman yi one drum sack and no bunso dia. Until say former President John Mahama Bayes our water project.
Yes. Intinu NDC was standing on that strength to campaign. But upon all our campaign, I told you the first, we know it is their stronghold. But we are saying that even if it is one vote added to the 2020 vote, we have achieved our objectives. And it could happen, say, maybe per our campaign ground we can win the seat because we have a history made in only one day.
Okay, history no is a sabre not such a from place.
Yes.
I kakumawu. Who's all the area where I'm lame? It's meaning be
Yes.
Not such a from place kahun. Just on what say such a from place free kumawu. And as such a from place no akwa NDC and a kumawu.
Into you for vote no crap out to me say the echo a bang
such a from place.
The vote in also.
Okay.
In the constituency.
Okay.
Into Yoko area that we have difficulties in that area.
Okay.
Sending a bang.
That is
how
do not catch us all the fine crab beginning people.
These are the perimeters. Two political parties, Eddie Kwaku. And at the end of the day, NDC are increasing the votes by 1,284. Okay. It is the greatest achievement. Senipa yetumi kasa chere amount for enyamasi sa ama nipa apimbaku oha mienu elion and 9 etumi sisamadwin. It is a very great achievement on the doorstep or the backyard or the area that belong the stronghold of MPP. Now look at the way they were messing up themselves. Senya say MPP nyeshi kra metuamano, they would have lost this seat if it comes to governance and the delivery of service to the people.
And
Mika say senya nunti say obia MPP kra betuamano no. But you who can say otumfo no hini baako who can say one say omusha say kasa. Asante mai misra mu kwasa boye ya o. Nanado obi ka kiro say nanado ni nyansa oboa. Oba ye no wangotwa ni krum. Wangotwa ni krum. Enna so for line interchanger. Ya 200 no. Wanye asante for so ye betu am MPP. Na mutu abano, what is the reason? Adentina mutu abano.
MPP ni.
Okay. Mutu abano say ba otumfo akonja no say yobudi dada. It is the government's delivery of service to the people. And no ne hu hia. Inti mpenyifo sha se kasa se no oya eba mpenyifo say nanado tumi dada otumfo otikokoso o se okoho 9 times wabiso otikokoso say nana wankasa won say mi ba konja so no ma ba ha aha na mi ba kra che every region mi ba ha 9 times. At the end of the 9th time no, what is the impact? Just to vote or the unpaid development. These are the questions we should be asking ourselves. And now compare on the Asantima and Asantifon Casa to me, Ejina Waka say, yeah, compare MPP near NDC. They are coming out with the truth. Because you can't just have a population without any project or development, say, for any Jumadidi. Na kejetia market to Kra Mahama Sidi Momuse, Shesana. MPP crocodile fum stores no na mususu ye di omanu ma musa mususu munsi fufro crowman to be azio second phase grada ho. So these are some of the things now coming back to Kumewu again, you realize that what percentage have we increased our vote by 52.64%, but MPP increased by 2.03%. Wow. So this is the achievement. And it is clear they could achieve the 90%. They got 70 point what? They are around 70%. And omunya per the votes are yakasti edi amomu omudi winning election. So NDC for muma mweninji. And if it continues like this in all the constituencies in CAM 2024 general elections, I don't want to say anything for them to strategize. But that should be the spirit. Now, when you go to Asin North, yes, as we are talking about, maybe Inca, Ghana for multi hopa, mania, near your friend of pressure, or mining United Judges question a film. In case some for any bimana. So one yashi free parliament crano. Nakuma Antonium. Because enya dikitwa se omani nyina di ubefa pressure mu wa be ye campaign ana wa file wa ye campaign ya ye election wa win election omusi don't carry yourself as an honorable member for over a year. Minua pressure no entise bullet o ba ehyomu ye no misre asinofo Let's forget about that. Let us think about human being. We are say ayabe onipa ye nipa. Na oye obi bibia, because look at the Supreme Court blaming the EC say wanye ne juma ye. Enye jemen say yasema na ye kadibia say oye incompetent. The Supreme Court has blamed her. Say in the first place, in can say they are uji forms. Do you get it right? What did the EC said about this? And NDC first, there was a precedent because at the time, ye to aba edima jache question, I declare as an MP no. Now, the citizenship I change it as a Ghanaian. These are the dichotomies that we need to iron out, the crypsis that we need to iron out. But that is it. Intermediate mesre, the development of this nation should not be based on when you have a by-election. A tresa bananka sankasa only plan bia or the government. He has taken so much money and they have squandered so much money. Inti asin for Zufo, and asin of sorry. Me pamucho. The original chairman of the NPP, Okasaye no mitie or social media no, and that is it. As I say, enta jechukwesi na yentu abanu famanu, and that is why yesterday too I agree with the appointment committee. In some Mamaka say someone fa the reasons why you said this person's name should be expunged from what parliamentary records muntinu yen tuaba, and the new chief justice coming or the vetted yesterday no, they must come clear with this. Senya sa one was a minia eka assembly na quite to say tabia NDC for na manamu so mu fidie, but when we govern a nation like this we will be crashing. We will be crashing. I just say yemi ya misu mi ba me ye wa mana ye ya. Meanwhile, we are having children. Meanwhile, we have a job to do to govern this country. Meanwhile, we must make sure that Ghana become a nation among nations. That is the black star must shine. In all kindness. But say Imranu mum ena edi yenya in my mind's eye. Mahun say Imranu edi minya but mean to minka. Me compare almost contempt of court. Do you get to that? So we are being gagged not to talk. We should just be there quietly. But you know, when you pump a gas into an enclosement, there's a tendency of it blowing at the end of the day. We should not go that way. Inti se wo to me be edi to me mau, as in this nation say, Shomanusa, you are moving forward with the whole nation, but don't move forward for me to see as if we are moving with a political party. If the decision of an institution of state shows me say you are moving in my mind as a political party, then you are creating a problem for this nation. Because means China minya sa position meye wa manaya ya. And when we continue like that, then we may not have a nation at the end of the day. But we want to be seen as Ghanaians everywhere. You know, when Ghanaians met elsewhere outside this country, oh, you are Ghana, oh, you are Ghana. It isn't there that we should know that we are Ghanaians. We should know that we are Ghanaians in this country too, and live together. So the project must go on, and Asinov, they need those projects. But Mr. Asinov, for this is not the time for you to actually crucify your own son. Get your question. Say Kobase were picking from there. Muntu abanu manu. Na Ghana ni na who say yes. Emrano akamudie. Ba mu Asinov for susuno. Mususumu ye Ghana for mu wo bibi chere. E wiase ni nyina say get your question oye muba. Inti abanu esesemu ntumanu. Mwantu abanu amanu. You have actually injured him and his descendants. The lineage ni nyina, because they will be feeling pain until that I cannot tell. So that is what you must do. But the NDC will move in, like the regional chairman has said. He said, Omunu, they are going to do everything underground. And they are warning the MPP not to come and share money there. Because if they share the money and they see them, what will happen, we can't just tell. They just don't want them to become and be sharing money. It is the job that they are doing. NDC Franco catch and say mamu nye. So continue to develop the place. But when it comes to say eda ebe to abanu and amu beto vote to dear, and there I would have wished to see what the regional chairman would do. Or sini nyina be watalu on fan cherubia, and that is what we'll be expecting. Okay. It shouldn't be that Ghanaians should be taking we politicians say about what danu na ye chichesika. That is bad politics bad governance. That will not be good for us. Thank you.
Yeah. And Chief Justice nominee Justice Gertrude Araba to Kunu Echo vetting. Na they say Ghana no. Said we can dem so kuta birth certificate here. Oh ya lateni. And now we to go list or say just document be forms be kwa. But sometimes na dia ya na e chire ma adwen so ne say. Adia na ya say improve your identity say we ye Ghana ni no. Sa dia no wo de kwa NIA officer. Enu na de kwa register the Ghana card. Enu na wo de kwa your passport.
What we chiprapo. Unu say bisa no say we ye Ghana ni. Wo passport. I say a passport etimi ma we ye Ghana ni. In fact bisa no it was simple. Yes. She answered simple.
Okay.
Say passport etimi ma we ye Ghana ni. But the passport can never be a passport unless you bring birth certificate.
Yes.
Your basic documents.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, your friend said, birth certificate, you know. Oh, especially the judges to respond to this one. They are the same people who sat on this case and ruled. So now they are defending Adia, yen defending. So they are only using technicalities.
Because birth certificate they require passport.
Me ancestor Odima, you know. I became scared even the ruling, the beginning ruling. Because the bizarre say, some birth certificate can I be called Ghanaian? Was say oh, so be freelander no but Ghana. Now you won't know Ghana. Rebecca see I'm not a Ghanaian. But sure birth certificate say I'm not a Ghanaian, so he's not a Ghanaian. But those the person who says Ghanaian, no, you say it's not a Ghanaian, but the certificate. At what time do we know somebody is Ghanaian? At what time? In fact, that ruling way now. I now ask document Benbio and a dear to me say Ghanaian and a Ghanaian. First, I see best a Ghana card. Yen for Ghana card in here. The friend said Ghanaian as a Ghanaian. However, birth certificate now and use what they
Ghana card.
So your base document na mouse guarantee safe here we see. We see foundation in the ultimate not here a foundation. Not the concrete I see down ejina. That's the meaning of the ruling no. Was so to be a concrete a dime. But the foundation in the ultimate not here and yakeke at the shape form. Not the concrete I see so ebeye. This is the example that they're telling us. Because the base document that's why I don't accept it as a birth certificate. But you see, this is a ruling they did just to favor MPP and then Nanaldo because where to get voter registration. All is about the elections. Because they did it thinking, say, yeah, you free more. About for them to get more people to register on there, to reduce some people out of it. But they didn't know that you go a long run to affect us. And until then, if I take my main answer, then I say, did she understand the English word that they're asking her? But for now, no, what you say? ABL can from local language, no one tears here. Because passport
is no legal deductions.
I'm kind of buffing. Some that's why they go. But someone will be a legal issue. So, someone be from the A because that be illegal. Because one can it be the show. So when is the legal deduction? When any legal deductions? If it no crap or no birth set in no. In fact, a man will quiet we are why because birth certificate bisa mame bisa papa baby free that they can refer to. Then answer because no time confirm me no be free no and ma wo ye why
lineage
nti aye ne awie wo se we ne na no ye nji ntum nti birth and death certificate na ye ne mfa so ne say
the Ghana card.
Ghana card Ghana near Ghana ni.
I don't know.
But you Ghana near Ghana ni. But the birth certificate in the near Ghana.
Say forms, forms, just a forms.
You see, so it's a confused ruling. When I say honorable can say one can you pay now you are trying to say bra or say contempt. If what is one of the confused ruling that judges say my and I believe that one day we'll come back to this one when we have a real people Ghanaian who really believe in Ghana to take care of this rule. Next I be affect the generation to come. because man be a their birth certificate or man be a their birth certificate a document so document the first say ba only me say obi timi nyim e Ghana no we took American
akwo paper money
ba na paper birth certificate o ka paper na waka say no di birth certificate enu kwa man na American ni enu kwa so the Americans that we are learning from them they are using birth certificate because you are any passport in mouth America in fact we know many people who went to America just to go and give birth in America
to be America Europe no nyina UK no Germany no nyina Netherlands
it omo ni nyansa na omo nim say you say no dey here but here you see there be birth certificate in there which means so be free UK no person onye Ghana ni a want to be nyim embe no Ghana one say that say yeah it mean nyim o ha o
akwo
efa your phone wo ha aka 2 months obewo no got in America in fact it be called 2 weeks
oh yeah
no got in America and got in Europe you are ni a man birth certificate which we citizen straight for a citizen and you be na players in the ball Europe no ball we know but yes say yeah there say ya bon say boapo yo say bro ni anya judges atena se na aka say they be o ade be ma wa ye Ghana ni dey engine ntubu
me cousin bi akotena Holland okwam say 5 years krama the last time ni need go I say me say me nya Ghana ni bi mu less than 5 I say na ye to aba wa ha me to aba le ya nwoni ho wan ko school ho wa kwotena ho no wonya 5 years o se no no okuta yes o se ono to aba ho on to aba wo Ghana but Ghana krana ya wo wa ha say no a ukuta birth certificate wo birth cert no so e kire say wo maami fra fidiase wo papa fra fidiase wo fie house number ni bibia na yade no ya wo fidiase government hospital no eno no nkire say wo ye Ghana ni
but you see say o ma passport mo say no mo na document but Nigeria say o passport Ghana passport e don say Ghana for Nigerians they have Ghana passport Togolese have Ghana passport you go to Liberia over share Ghana over share Nigeria and you get Ghana passport so ono no why Ghana ni o the only how birth certificate say wonya Ghana ni but the court I say no kwa no Ghanaian because you see our judges and MPP for say book long in Ghana ni they rate Ghanaians at a class of school year what to point that's what they think Ghanaians are. They don't believe say we take here we are Ghana ni so this system they are pushing a Kwabena who push here and the judges entime Ansah no all is because they have taken Ghanaians for granted just for voting and it's getting to me say will somebody really understand to approve this woman based on this one? Does she really understand what she's saying? Does she really understand? She is even Ghanaian more on Ghana passport than
the birth certificate. Yeah, or the quiet passport.
She's more. In fact, they say, what they are saying is, you walk out Ghana before their passport, you're Ghana new.
You're Ghana new.
No, per what they have said, per the ruling. Say, walk out Ghana, age 1. Up to 15 when you're Ghana card, no, when you're Ghanaian.
Yes.
Unless somebody says, he's the person is Ghanaian. Because you become Ghanaian when you own passport, what they say. And I say Ghana card will start 15 years. Any passport will start 18 years, unless it will be 2 coin. Ghana will be in your passport, say this will be 2 coin. Why do you take higher cost to be Ghanaian? In the passport, look at the cost that you go through to become Ghanaian. And if you are hospital, you have a birth certificate from there. But this is the people. The ruling now, Mama. Today we are all fighting over it. And it's sad. And all is because Ronaldo's interest. That is why he's pushing all the judges just to favor him. All is about votes. And this decision, MPP have always maintained and say, and dear Ghana for any opportunity to speak, they will block all those things. Don't forget that this is the only party, the MPP. Unye shut a tintin pair, they say you're not Ghanaian. The Frau Amadua, Unye Ghanaian. This only MPP that have understanding. It be shall pa now because we are Ghanaian. Once you Frau Amadu, you Frau Fati, you Frau Mumuni, you are not seen a Ghanaian. You are third class Ghanaian. So, enche, once about that to be a certificate, I bet you say crap, if Frau Fati na Amadu crap on one. it will be difficult unless they call it a name that is close to what they think it should be a name. Into the BIA by Twaba, Ubeshwe, near Kojina borders. I got Gina Togo, friends, voter region. I got Gina areas here. Near Jai Sampa. Look at the knowledge you. Now I got Gina voter region. They got Gina areas, but now Jai Sampa, which is because it's like dominated, no?
Okay.
Or how on Kajina. How many times I to say the soldier for Gina Ilubu say I'm protecting Crawford. Even though the NDC wins, but they see them they can almost like I can. But I had a voter region for and a free ever into Omudia Omunyagana for. And this is the kind of a mentality the MPP has always in this country. So birth certificate issue with they have ruled already. They will always be going around it technicalities to defend it just to get what you want. But this thing can be resolved, God willing, when you have John Mahama as a president. And you have a judges who reasons as Ghanaians. And your book reasons. Because judges, they have seen their grandchildren in US who has given birth there, become the people of citizens of those countries. But they are denying Ghanaian. And the enemy said, from 1 to 15 years today, a Ghanaian. And they will pay any Ghanaian. They say Ghanaian, which is a union, so we're Ghanaian. And I say,
your passport and I Ghana.
And so we're Ghanaian.
Son, why Ghanaian? Because we birth setting and so we nationality. So
I say, you call your birth certificate to be transferred. So, but the passport, sorry. In fact, when Electoral Commission did registration this time around, we find many people who are using Ghana passport, and Ghanaians. And many times people don't pay their way out to do a friend say passports. So if they are even now saying say me use Ghana birth certificate as a Ghana friend say for citizenship, then no any document should be valid to be used. No document, because a passport, because passport is baby free. Passport is Bisao, my papa baby, I'm free. It's because the data from the birth certificate. So, me. We have a confused government with a confused people managing our laws. Or I can say, contempt. But we have a confused people call themselves judges ruling on the cases reason for reason. In fact, when Honorable Ekasano offer a similar of issue, Electoral Commission, AJOB document, any me say, oh, what dear way no correct. Not George Akaja say dear way from so. Nanka one from so nanka papa way one problem. Now see why Electoral Commission or they call only problem. Why we are from so no only problem. But dear and yan in from so no, also why bonny.
Only the only move from so.
Only from so what's the only why bonny into yan. This is because we have a people who are confused people reading law, reading English to rule. That's our problem. To me, when you come to talk about this, it becomes so disturbing. Oh my Ghana, saying that you need document, can say, oh my way a document today. You go to Togo, they know have the document that they can be proud of. You go to Benin, Liberia, their birth certificate is something that they value. By her English, bro.
Saka Sally and you know Saka.
Saka.
Saka. And our bono.
Saka.
Saka. Saka na double A and I say
double.
Double A me bono. Double. Saka Salia NPP communication team member adjoinewa. Saka my started from why am I to buy election ya the why am I to buy election ti ya kwa nim. Esa obesa dia
kwa me from coach.
Because they say you want
na Saka na unim Saka
na make us
we dey ajo be so obey you
me na make us
me 5 minutes about after by elections no na ya call chief justice nominee no na we dey ato aso am
yeah you me that say me fa konye we na me nchie tiefo nyina me say this na a chepa o Ansah sana me behind yeah I think over close to a year or so. Yeah. Me chia me brothers, you know. I could see say me banana me tie nneɛma a moka ɛna host so to jangum ni sa nneɛma nneɛma moka
sɛ ɛyɛ nsɛm a ɛkɔ soɔ ne yɛka nyɛ nneɛma ne yɛka ɛyɛ nsɛm a ɛkɔ soɔ
ba obia ni pese meka
okay
nti nneɛma na moka
nsɛm a ɛkɔ so ne yɛka
I think say no omununu omuhu na omusi u ya nye 50 something percent unu say unye one vote ewo as kumowu na the next election wo sanye one vote 100%. Madam host mami ana what the name
ni nyina nanama
unu say 100%. Unu say unye one vote ene ochina ukoto aba na onye two voter wanya 100%.
Okay, yeah.
Nti ukonye 50% enye we bia enchirahwe say why ade why ukonye 50%. Say why a patry 2000 in the last election. Now this time round all the 1000 count
1200.
Oh massa
something
massa omoko elections no see omoko win. Oh, say, yeah, MPP are there, IMF. MPP a government, no, the people of Kumawu, the people of Ashanti region, yeah, yes, more, it's at the end of the day, no, vote, MPP. To me, they say all manner of things. Marco Dinkugu Poto. After the increase your vote. Now MPP are increasing your vote. And besides, the turnout was not the same as 2016, 2020. So what I say, and you see, 3,000 now, Kano. You are only comparing the 3,000 to 2020. Compare the 3,000 2016 and others. You had more vote than 3,000. It is sort of say, "Mu komunim no," and I say, "Yeah, komunim kakra, yeah, bagakra." NDC is clearly dying in the Ashanti region. It's dying. You are dying in a slow dance of disintegration in the Ashanti region. Despite omu ntrona amuchoni nyina. So ya chesika ye all manner of things. NDC can't nyina o. Ye development ye by election ti ma development enkoso. Mami what?
Madi 20 by elections mu percentage nyɛ say.
That last one, by 2020.
No, I'm talking about the
17%.
70%.
Okay.
And independent, no,
they are more than 17%.
I think we got 17%.
Yes,
17%.
That's what it is action for.
Okay.
So yes. It is nothing to write home about, especially if you compare. You see, it doesn't commensurate with Monois now.
But compare to what they are working now 17%. 2020 Bernard Opoku-Mafu when you're 8.33%. No, so from less than 10%, and then 9% cry 8.33%. Now say how many years? 2 years.
Just 2 years.
Yes, after 2 years, almost 17%. You know.
And I make a child say. So obinya 1% no china obinya one vote no china. This percentage in this context no it can deceive you people.
So what will give you the actual result? Numbers and answer. What's the percentage?
Oh, masa me even with numbers. The way I move control move the okromu no. You see, it is so unimaginable. Say Marco 3%, 3,000 votes.
In the parliamentary election.
Instead of say
instead of you, when we don't have
instead of you to put your tail in between your legs and run in shame, you come and sit on radio. Hey, we have increased.
But what can I say? 1,000 votes.
System. The system that let me tell you, the system that the NDC their system now put in place. The system of one laptop. Mode kotina room, uncompleted building.
Oh, okay. I now understand. So when you talk system now, okay, system now, I'm going to say computer. This is exactly the meaning of the kind of review. I'm going to say cancellation. No. The system.
Oh, Mama Gaza.
It's a whole
system. Say Mumu system. Whatever system you have, the MPP has a superior system.
That system.
You have a very poor system. As NDC as a party, money system. Me, if I were NDC, I would have either resign or take my people on, because you have not shown over the last few years, from 2016 up to now, say you have a winning machine. You have not shown it at all. To be honest with you. He was an observer. No, no, putting the figures. I mean, so that was your system of coalition. And at the end of the day, instead of you to keep quiet and come and then rehearse.
Now, omunsia mo system. Say a police center.
Oh, please. It is the figment of their own imagination.
Ah, Masa, Adia, of course, woman be. System na ka binti ni nyina ya fa.
Ye kasikacha. Do mama. Ema obia 400 say monkoto abana kwa jemu.
See what the
oh mama.
What's the
John Mahama.
O ma wan. Obia
delegates.
Obia
no.
You selected people to vote for you and give them money.
No. He was buying all the delegates were voters.
So
please. We know why we are.
We know
why. If it was about say me boa party,
that's what he did.
If it was about say me boa party, I'm a party at delegates transporter. He will give it. He will donate it to the party, asking the party say.
But I didn't throw the money in the
no. It was for John Mahama who was a candidate.
So give it
to all the delegates, so that please. Do you know that there are people in MPP? Sometimes when they are going for elections, so if they are going to help in the elections, they donate the money to the party.
And they donate the money to the
but say Uber out, Abaka says, oh, John Dramani Mahama dear. You see, I'm from Mamu. Say, I'm from Mamu. Say, I'm from Mamu. Vote
all the delegates. That we use the word.
Is it not all the delegates?
All the delegates.
All the delegates don't.
Please. But did you give every voter?
Massa. It's not even the first time. You remember? I took John Mama to Shraj for sharing cars.
At where?
This not. You are not even in Ghana.
No, for sharing cars to win.
NDC is in 2018 when Gushitano himself came out to say dear John Dramani Mahama here no a tantamount to vote buying. Say as a candidate you know, presidential primaries. You are sharing cars. Those I don't know, they are forgotten. Sad Nizan be
giving party people,
giving it to the regional executives, and then they came out. And then the regional executives, the regional executives came when he gave it to them. Do you know the next thing they did was to come out to say the regional say Uncle Ono post. Say Uncle Ono post. No, the only thing she has said about this matter, the only thing after a year was that TA said John Dramani Mahama in terms of public corruption, he says they cannot investigate him because he's not a public officer. That position of a former president is not a public officer. But we try. I told you. Yeah. That's sending the case. Yeah, after a year, investigation. I'm saying he said. No, I'm saying he said. Investigate him in what way?
The pickups have come.
So haven't you? Has he donated the pickup? Where is he?
What are you talking about?
You are talking about. I have the capacity to deal with the three of you. But I'm saying because I am saying Bawumia has not donated anything to anybody.
No, but
he is The things have been brought for his own use.
No, when the
for his own use. Me see for his own use. Or the bayan
500 pickups.
Or the bayan It doesn't matter. But I'm saying you say. See, you want to obfuscate the issues. You want to obfuscate the issue. You don't want the per se. The listeners no understand that. Per se the listeners understand what we are talking about.
No.
So tell you. But Umia has not donated any pickup to anybody. Nipano wa koto anaya manu ni Are you saying the NDC will not bring pickups to come and work?
Because it's a public.
Are you saying no presidential candidate will bring pickups? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? So I'm saying, sir. Don't come and sit here and say the MPP party share even a war cry. Now, you see, I mean, who in his right sense will say these things? You have been peddling this for all these years. Say MPP for na casa and then yembu ne sad no mano and oko asin of there sad no I mean, you see, we don't get it. We don't get it. We respect every Ghanaian. Nobody, no politician would ever say this and say, unless you give me a quote from a known politician, not from maybe one of you just turn his own voice as if he's an MPP president. We have seen these things. I am saying he said, normally be a more better sometimes, let's be honest with ourselves. Madi, I don't think that you are more sensible than the MPP people who go there to campaign. And for that matter, even you will never say these things in the Volta region. The Volta region vote in block more than the Ashanti region. But have you ever seen an MPP person, say some of these things that you are talking about? In the Volta region, the MPP. I'm from there. They'll be saying what? The MPP in the Volta region, we don't get as many votes as the NDC gets in the Ashanti region. Very simple English. No,
repeat it again.
Repeat it. So I'm saying that you get in the Volta region, in terms of percentage, and the vote itself, the MPP don't get much votes in the Volta region as much as the NDC gets in the Ashanti region.
No, you can't do that one because take Kwabena East.
What do you mean by you can't do this one? What I mean, this is a fact. So don't even let us argue. me see MPP NDC for new vote ewa Ashanti region see MPP new vote ewa Volta region. It's simplicity. But we are not saying it. But you see. But for you to come and create the impression, say, for that, my sister say, or more one of the, whether you.
Yes, son, it's your one. Yes, sir, me, I'm saying. Yes, son, it's your one of the MPP for MPP, and you have cry, better MP. I'm saying, because a voter for son of voter for so can. Sanet here because you're more
in the voter region than in the don't come and sit here and create the impression. Don't come and sit here. It is about the people. It is about say. It is about say.
Kumewu constituency. Yeti a front place efa ho. Senya former president Mahama ni NDC a kana ensuo ho odin. Edu amataya. Me jani ameka say mas na wo firi ku. Na omu ni nsuo. Kumewu ni nsuo.
Over the years na dia
no.
And a one who
eba so kware no.
Without water can you survive?
But
I mean, why do you even come and
politics reality
politics in Tina can
any former president Mahama na water issue challenge
let me even tell you that program did not even start that program did not start with him. That is what they have been lying even in the green book names idea will be started complete and I will crowd started now will be complete
Saka.
And they have done this to the center. Even say there is no program in the name of Professor Mills in the NDC.
Thank you. But
don't say thank you. There is no program. There is no development. NDC ni betimi aka say we Professor Mills na ye. All of them, they have given it to John Dramani Mahama just because of vote. I'm crying for Mills. I am crying for him. So what I say? You know, there but one say, Mukasa Mutimika say, Professor Mills na idea we. But
High Court Accra.
Even the High Court, Musi Mahama, University of Ghana Medical School, medical way, you know. Musi John Mahama na ye. Any day be an amuna mukasa. Meba when Professor Mills did it, a trouble gas plant. And Guasi for Debia Musi John Dramani Mahama trouble gas plant. When it was started by and even the money, because you people are liars. You are liars.
No.
I'm fighting for Professor Mills. I'm fighting for Professor Mills. So what you say? Trono dorso. Is he NDC for no? Trono dorso. Mama, yeah, I say oh no yeah. Enemy na
NDC achievement.
Okay, say NDC. Okay, say wait. Okay, say NDC. I won't have problem. But Debian, almost say John Mama na ye. John Mama na ye. Eti onu na ye.
Missy, now ye. That
means because on every central regency.
It is not you.
Every central regency. Every central regency. Central regency for there. Omo ya dia yemfama.
The time compatriot yanko Chief Justice nominee no mo system NDC for
mo system
bia system munsua MPP system na bebo am for by elections ne ahead of elections
mo system
hope say sama o kan to me say onu na
mo system
bia kwa by election kwa fa one laptop mo system
what
stop us to get 1200 votes but we see ya kan so asem no we see
oh dear mama David
hospital
we are doing it. Government hospital, remote district hospital. Nina, you don't know what you are talking about. You don't know what you are talking about. 95% complete.
Hey, wait there.
I can even show you the pictures. 95% complete.
Stop that.
Question Ben Obi
Question Chief Justice nominee about this certificate, birth certificate.
Oh, see, they are not
I don't know when you know.
Oh, that be me.
Birth certificate no a document bia enkyere se ukuta bia ya wo Ghana ya wo ye Ghana ni o maame efri ha o papa efri ha ya birth certificate no enkyere se o ye Ghana ni until say wo benya wo Ghana card and wo passport eno nti yenkoye ni sana.
Yeah, I mean I just say the Citizen Act any old fire constitution more in Article 6, a tray who a citizen is necessary. As is a Ghana Hano. We so we a ho a foreigner. Okay. Now, obey maybe the two couples, the two we you know, or Bano or Bemano. Now, more be woo our Ghana ha. Automatically, won't mean say Obano ye Ghanaian, even with the birth certificate. Say what you say. It just acquiring a birth certificate in Ghana does not necessarily mean say we are Ghanaian. Even the Ghana card, acquiring the Ghana card does not necessarily mean say we are Ghanaian because ECOWAS card and in the card no. You foreigners, the foreigner part, no, there are foreigners with it. So you can have a Ghana card, but as a foreigner, and also say what you say. But I am saying, in the absence of the Ghana card, no, because Ghana card, so it has not. We have not gotten to a stage. Say, just a Ghana card and son over a Ghanaian, because. Your passport no say indicate say we are Ghanaian. Even cry with our passports, without those things no, we still know you are Ghanaian. I don't know the context with which it because man tie sadia no. It's a discussion is difficult for me. Okay. But you see, like I wanted to do propaganda I will just, do the way they are doing. I am not even sure, say, they even understand the context with which she said
ruling
it.
already that Ghana our birth certificate.
Ruling on what?
The ruling, Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court
Based on that
what?
question, business a question.
The Supreme Court says what?
Oh,
That be
system.
Because he's lying.
Of a system.
No, because if it's about, if it's about Asinov. No, because it is Asinov ruling. No, because the fact of the matter is
and not ruling a man by.
But Asinov, Asinov. I am saying, say,
this ruling is very difficult ruling.
Being a citizen of Ghana. There are so many ways which you may a citizen without necessarily even having any card. So what I say, we be crowd from nowhere. Now we are less than 7 years. Now you who quenchua.
But no, current administration in system na modebano. Chief Justice nominee say wukuta birth certificate ya ono de kwaya ne passport na ne kuta no say na chese o ye Ghana ni. Birth certificate no enchire ne say ya wu no Chief Justice a oba be ye Chief Justice no. The birth certificate that's why ye Ghana.
You see you yourself you don't even understand the context with which she said it. For instance, for instance. For instance, who you Ghana ni na ukita website. Now you are found somewhere like maybe you have traveled to maybe US now or passport ayira. Then you say oh, I'm a Ghanaian, look at my birth cert. They will not regard your birth cert as just for being a Ghanaian. What the most important thing is say or passport. It is a passport that is used in assurance say you prove your nationality, not birth cert. You can go around with your birth cert in your pocket.
But say yen two
say yourself you're Ghanaian and say my birth cert in here.
Eti yen two kwan na ye wo Ghana ha say no. Ghana ha nipa dodo say ne two kwan. Ye wo Ghana ha ye na yen two kwan no. Si ekuta birth certificate ya ye mamu no entimi nkyere your identity wo Ghana.
Oko the other neighboring countries, Togo, near other places. When omo character Kerlente say you have to be you are a citizen. That Kerlente bisa omo say omo birth cert na omo the fresh Kerlente. It is the identity card as a Ghanaian, as a citizen. So you don't work with birth certificate. Oh, me a Ghana, me birth certificate in here. No, that is not. You see, that's the reason why I'm saying you say. Maybe no, because I didn't get that how you were going to discuss it to this angle. But I'm saying you say this is a Mamia. She has been in the court for 20 years. She's one of the sharpest brains of this country. She's coming to be the Chief Justice. Okay, Semna won't tear. Don't come and sit here. The first thing you should do is say, the context with which Nipane a card, not your lame, man brain. Now they no, we don't do that. Context being okay.
Context ya okay ya ne say or sit we no birth cert ni your form say document. Eno no nkyere say we Ghana ni but we no ekuta no de kwa ye passport no. E de passport na ekura no na kyere say we Ghana ni. Boss, one birth certificate na no enkyere identity. Enkyere with nationality say we Ghana ni no. The same document no. What dey acquire passport. And I will acquire na acquire passport. Ya misa so ma me firi hu papa firi hi. Details what birth certificate ni so no. Any dey passport ma. The same details na what birth certificate ni so no. Am I wunya Ghana in the same details no. Am I Ghana ni what
can we see the Supreme Court rule at the Abu Ramadan case no, about this nationality in Ansah. And one of the ruling was that at the time the Electoral Commission rule say Edeba say they are going to use, they are not going to accept any other way except almost they are not going to they are going to the problem was about driving license say the Supreme Court rule say no
any health insurance
no enya dia obetimi IUC. The Supreme Court says all those things, you can use them to identify way. But, omuntimi force the Electoral Commission which one to use. Say what you say. But the Supreme Court said, once the Electoral Commission says they are going to use, maybe if the Electoral Commission decides maybe use a passport as an identifiable base document, the Supreme Court cannot say no, provided say all Ghanaians have the passport. If it is about birth set, no, the Supreme Court cannot force but the Supreme Court, if the document that the Electoral Commission say document no say it is not a full proof of being a Ghanaian, the Supreme Court can rule against it. That was one of the reasons why I'm ruling against baptismal card. Baptismal card, your friend is saying, national health insurance card, need driving license, and those things, any other citizen can have it. So just here. But in this particular context, like I'm saying, birth set alone, no, I agree with her entirely. Because the birth set cannot represent a passport. The birth set cannot represent, because the birth set, no, one of the documents, passport, you don't present birth set alone. Passport office, say, then you present your birth set, then you stand. A lot of questions will be asked.
Nana ama medawase Ndra metie ye mame esaba tokono araba suka ho
araba
yeah oyi nsemanu bebre kodru se this birth certificate asembaye namwaya on my say I clinch and say over catcher say birth certificate and yet a document to prove your citizenship. But in Ghana we use lineage. She used that word lineage, your father's side, your mother's side. Then I asked myself a question. Say, are we trying to introduce in the apex court local colonialism or tribalism? Why is my Chief Justice nominee talking about lineage in this particular aspect? Now, Mesa Ebisa me question say, what that statement intended to achieve in the Ghanaian society? Was like I said, in some countries, birth certificate can show your citizenship. But Ghana, it is lineage. So why? So in the community of nations in the world, what are we trying to achieve? What is the impact? What is the brain behind that lineage acceptance and then not accepting the birth certificate? This issue of saying that some people are Togolese, no, and Antiboko Ekuraye Apex Court. Because to me, near constitution can say, and it say, if you are hurt, every person who on the coming into force of this constitution is a citizen of Ghana by law shall continue to be a citizen of Ghana subject to the provisions of this constitution. A person born in or outside Ghana after the coming into force of this constitution shall become a citizen of Ghana at the date of his birth. At the date of his birth, if either of his parents or grandparents is or was a citizen of Ghana at birth. Simplicity. But also could be so be lineage. Una free him. They can use it politically against you or me.
But that was what you read. That is what
no. They say grandparent. But when you are looking at this lineage thing, tribe ni weni nyina ebeba be wuram.
You
My brother,
That's
please, I beg you. You see, at a point in time, I stop talking because I don't want you to interject me when I'm talking.
But what you read,
Please.
Second part on the time now.
No, please. What you read,
Please.
it's talking about
So
lineage.
now, when
Please,
please. Now, when
It's
you
a
are,
Ghanaian.
when they are writing
That's
birth
a
certificate,
lineage.
in the land committee, birth certificate baha.
Okay.
My grandfather's name is inside. My father's name is inside. So what again do we need? It is in the birth certificate.
Lineage ni also.
It is in the birth certificate. So what are we looking for again? I have it. That is what I used to prepare my passport. My mother's name, my grandfather's name, my grandmother's name. So what are they looking for again?
Lineage ni also dada.
So you see that they are trying to cure some political illness in their own mind. And that is how I see it. And you know Araba Tokonu. But they have sat down to accept that fact in that situation. Then you ask yourself again, what is the economic impact of the decisions we are taking? If you have national birth and death registry, and we have staff there and we are paying them, and they are preparing documents, you say that document is not good for anything. Why are we paying them? Why are we paying them? Then we also have the passport office paying people over there. Why are we doing that? Then we move again to National Identification Authority. Why? Duplication of efforts whilst we need money to create jobs. And I thought these our judges, our apex court, our legal luminaries, they have to help us as Ghanaians to solve this problem. But in my mind's eye, they are rather creating problem for my mother who cannot read and write, even though my mother can read. And that is the problem we are having today in this country. Why should it be so? Now, you remember this birth certificate issue that brought the conflict in Cote d'Ivoire, Gbagbo and Alassane Ouattara. So the earlier for us to cure this ailment, the best it will be for us. As at yesterday, Ube say, Mami Araba they were vetting her. But I wish she find a better cure for this before the country goes into ditch on this. Who is a Ghanaian birth certificate, passport, throwing all these documents away? That is what they are saying. The foreign nationals have our document. They have them. Our brothers, Nigeria and all those speaking English speaking, they have them. Liberia.
They are not Ghanaians.
My brother, you don't know the lineage.
You can put
Please,
your lineage in your birth
please,
certificate.
please. True fraud is the fraud not in this country.
Yeah.
We don't have it.
So if you see
We don't have it. Wait, listen. We don't have it in America. I asked the question, what are we trying to cure? Are we to become a superpower? Or the first world?
Why not?
With this linear type of birth certificate not showing you are a citizen, or until it is passport. Meanwhile, the passport information is gotten from birth certificate before you can get a passport. What is a working contradiction that way? Look, if you don't have a passport, go and take your birth certificate and look at it. They tear it. They say bring your birth certificate before you get a passport, isn't it? So no, please. Let me speak to Ghanaians. You are knowledgeable. You know everything. Now, these are the issues that we are trying to interrogate. And then we are telling our legal luminaries that they should not allow Ghanaians to see their actions as if they are politically motivated. If their actions are politically motivated, it is not going to be well for this nation. You will do everything on earth, but life has timeline. You by means go. Now, when you are going, you ask yourself with your education, with your profession, again, how do you jagana for? Are you coming to what? Divide us in ethnic lines. Why do you tell us that before I can be a citizen, you as the apex court of Ghana, the law of this country, look at citizenship through a lineage and not by birth? Why do you tell us these things? Because everybody may have a personal understanding and interpretation to this. Because we are in this country today, people call people, you are not a Ghanaian. You are not a Ghanaian. You are from this country. You are from this tribe. That will not help us. And it is the court that can help us to bring us together. and say no. Once the person have gotten the birth certificate, he's a citizen. Because by that, they register your name, where you are born, your parents, your grandparents. Finito. So it is a contradiction that they are trying to cure, but they are finding difficult. But because she's very, very part of the decision that was taken yesterday, she could not run away from it. But I am wishing that you should know that Ghanaians are not satisfied, or some Ghanaians are not satisfied with her answer. Not at all. But they don't have the power to be members of the appointment committee. So through this medium, she should hear that some Ghanaians are not satisfied with that answer, because we are looking at it that answer is politically motivated. Because during 2020 elections, what happens in my region was so nauseating, excuse me to say, so nauseating, where you cannot move, where people immediately they take your name before they even do the Ghana card in 2020. The national security sent people to my constituency, to my area, because we are a border town. They ask of your name. They ask people to tell them who this person's father is. I said they did it. I was a member of parliament. And I am telling you what has happened. So today, if you are continuing to tell us these things, then it means you are telling me something that what you did during the registration of Ghana card in 2020, it is something that you want to permeate the ethnicity. And they're using your own powers to determine who is a Ghanaian. Anybody who comes to stay in this country for a number of years can apply to be a citizen. But you don't use name as they did in 2020. You don't ask people where does those cocoa farmers who are in our land. They've been there, they've given birth, their children have married, but when you mention the name and you know that, oh, this person is from Togo, then you say that it's not a Ghanaian. But that is not what the constitution has said. Not at all. Ghanaians go abroad after, like you said, somebody went to Poland. After 4 or 5 years, you become a citizen. So what are you doing with this type of unye Ghanani and uye Ghanani? Look at this. But these MP people, we hear them that in 2020 election, they want to bring people from Ouagadougou, Niger to come and vote for them. Yes. They said they want to bring people to come and vote for them. Now, if you are looking for citizenship,
in Niger or what?
What is our Ghanaians in Niger?
Did you hear what he said?
But there are no Ghanaians. No, but there are no Ghanaians in Togo. So why do you block those who are in Togo?
Ghanaians in Niger.
No,
because if they are Ghanaians, so they are not Ghanaians. He said they went and brought. He didn't say they went and brought Ghanaians. He said they went and brought people from what? Niger to come and vote. So that was what he said. That is what he said. As at the time they were bringing them, didn't you register for Ghana card? How do they get Ghana card? That was what he said. How do they get Ghana card? So when, please. So
Obi Ghana need their own team in Togo.
Yes.
But why do you block them?
Why do you block them?
If you are in Togo,
Why do you block them? Why do you prevent them?
Why do you prevent them?
Because people in Aflau, some have houses in Lome, and they're doing business across the border. That place there you are blocking, and you are telling us no. If somebody, you are telling us that please because of COVID, that was what they told us in 2020. Because of COVID, that's why you blocked the borders for 2 years. These are some of the things. And that is why I am speaking to our legal luminaries today. Our legal luminaries today.
It
was Baumia's lie. It was Baumia's lie. It was Baumia's lie. No, it is not about picture. You are grown beyond picture. When you want to do investigation, how can Baumia just go and bring pictures to you and then you are saying you saw pictures? Can't it be printed? Can't those pictures be printed? You people follow Baumia and then sink your mind like ostriches. We don't care. Because if you can see that this man has lied from infancy till today, why you people told us that it is an economic whiskey, and today we are an economic mess, and he ran away from it. Now it's Mahama who brought them so. Is Mahama who drank? No. Listen. Is it Mahama who drank water out of water lake? or Wale people. Where from where? You are intellectual. So you don't know. You don't know that Kufo brought pastors to go and print when there was no water in dam. You don't know. Kufo 2006, he sent pastors to Adami Bridge to go and stand there and pray. You, the MPP goods, this is what you have done. So today you are telling me that Mahama have drunk water out of water lake. That is why we have doing so. And a problem that is locally or internally generated, you say it's not a problem. The problem that is generated from outside, that is why we are in economic crisis. Meanwhile, you have launched a program of what you call planting for food and job. So these are the people that we are dealing with.
About this COVID.
Yes.
IMF, one more concluding remarks. My reading show. Concluding remarks from IMF report. Last, say Ghana is currently at a difficult crossroads and is facing overwhelming challenges to restore macroeconomic stability and debt sustainability. And the current crisis reflects, the current crisis reflects a set of extraordinary and successive global shocks and long-standing domestic fragilities. Long-standing domestic.
So it means that from
unnecessary borrowing. From reckless expenditure.
Professor Lum, see. So ka bibia ansa na manfo ati se wa ye bibia nde wa anya hwe. So I am talking in terms of and pleading with our legal luminaries. That answer is very bad and it looks to bring inside ethnicity into our body politics because party 4, especially MPP 4, senior omu edia yi omuniama in 2020 before this judgment is coming on. My dream until me into Oye Chief Justice, you should look into this matter very, very well.
My dream no be why, Mr. Me so. Say no, me ma 5 minutes. We review. I was senior high school no. Say no ye cancellation answer ye day. Because flashy programs no. Me who say IMF report o ma bobo say o mo be review one village one dam. By one village one dam egu entiacid. Was it one district warehouse entiacid.
No. Those just
flashy programs.
And you see, don't bring some of this.
Time when read
with your mind say IMF Nakai. Read it from the documents. Don't come and tell me say IMF Nakai.
Per Ken Oferiata report out. Now you are the IMF. Wakasa about one village one dam. But I mean what you
say what about one village?
So what they call free senior high school now must move. You
are making
I have all the pointers.
Yeah, so a lot of the fact of the matter is say a lot of the pointers no a figment of Nkrofo imagination. For instance, people are saying, you say, Marty Nkrofo from the NDC side, I say, freeze on public sector employment, you cannot even employ any. I mean, people are lying.
0.05%.
It is employment. How many do you want to be employed in a year?
How many do you enroll in SHS?
How many do we even employ every year?
How many do you enroll in SHS?
And they have given you a window to do employment, and you people are creating the impression as if say it is complete freeze. It is not complete freeze.
Okay, so freeze.
I'm coming. Okay. You see the Asinov. Maybe get a 1 minute for Asinov. Okay. You see Asinov. I don't even understand the problem with the NDC MPs and some of the NDC. What is the problem of Asinov? Almost creating impression as if say Obi. Some people are trying to do something untoward. The man at the time, now he did not renounce. The renunciation process had not completed. You see, Ghana now we are dual citizen.
It has not completed.
Yes.
He has started.
No, it has started. It has not completed.
Okay, that's all. You have
yes, it's just like say, let me come. So the constitution of Ghana, the constitution of Canada, Just say until said the or certificate you are still a citizen of Canada. Just as Canadian government na kasa mau sa renunciation certificate Ansah omobeka say you are no longer part of the citizen of Canada. Then you only apply say me pese me renounce me citizen as a Canadian. Then the Canadian government has not even started on your application. Then all of a sudden you are contesting in Ghana and became a member of parliament, violating even the laws of Ghana.
Electoral Commission mandate in the day.
No, but you see, then you should go and face the Electoral Commission. The Electoral Commission cannot supersede the Constitution of Ghana. The Electoral Commission say no more problem. Go and face them. The Electoral Commission cannot change the laws of Ghana, and the Electoral Commission cannot change the laws of Canada. At that point, the Canadian government could have decided, say, "Yajia tum and I engine tum." We still want to come and answer one or two questions and Ansah yebe tum. All those things have not been done yet. Okay. Then you have applied and when I say my apply into me a Ghanaian. Me I'm no longer a dual citizen. And then people who are supposed to have some legal education don't understand this simple thing. If not because of politics. And every day, then they are disturbing the Chief Justice nominee with all this and say, unless we need Ansah, even whether to approve you or not to approve you. I mean, I don't get it. It's a Ghana politics no time. Politics no man and thinking. People who are supposed to be parliamentarians are no longer thinking. I'm telling you. But Yanko,
meba we say your friend say program can overreact submit niema or submit ma Emma International Monetary Fund. Enya ne niema or submit ma International Monetary Fund. As one are starting in niema or say the government flagship programs including one village, one dam, one district, one warehouse, and infrastructure for poverty reduction program IPEP. Okay. IPEP will also be reviewed and streamlined agenda 111 so it continues. It is a kind from IMF report can offer and submit it was almost be review.
Yeah.
That was one village, one dam.
Why the catch was
one village, one dam that here review. If I be that,
it wouldn't be
that if I review. See, our one district, one warehouse. If I go,
you don't even know. One district, one warehouse. At least. Me now. At least. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. One district. No. Let me tell you. One district, one warehouse. At least, you see 80 of those warehouses. Yeah, warehouse warehouse. Now, I've been a minister of Agric.
After 7 years
to stock it. Already you a buffer stock. I almost stock it. But yeah,
okay. So free senior high school policy.
I mean free senior
review
policy. No, Obianim say every policy like that needs to be reviewed, especially with periodically. I will explain to you why mischievous John Dramani Mahama, when he was talking about review meant cancellation. But I'm saying, you see, but I'm saying, say program be ODBA, you must necessarily review it. And what you see, I'm coming. Don't be interjecting. I'm saying, idea oh yeah for especially yes like that from time to time. I say one when we say review in this context, not in your mama context. In this context, it's like okay, yen shemu na yen ye, yen shemu whether a koyi na koyi. Say koyi ya jeno sa. Say koyi na we can tinker with it and then see what to do and what not to do. That is it. The MPP itself. In 2021, the Minister of Education at the statement Abeka said we will be reviewing all the flagship programs from time to time. So what I say, it's a free SHS. unim say at a point cry you review in a way when we bring the shift system the double track in way, you know, because the double track came into being because ye who say it was reviewed and ye who say bebre wa omunye dynamo infrastructure no a problem, and then we sat down to say okay, what should we do in solving that is an infrastructure problem, and they decided to say yeah double track. The double track no was to ensure say yeah ntimi man koda no en kofi en koda whilst we finish with the infrastructure. For instance, me and Ordner went through free education under the colonial government up to the time Nanado abroad. That time, we didn't have all the infrastructure. We're studying the trees, we're doing all manner of things, but yet everybody was given the opportunity to go to school. So Nanado says, because infrastructure and endorsement, then we have to do the double track so that Ansah
okay.
Don't say okay. At least what I can say.
Some will contest no a different.
So that is the context. That is the context. But I'm saying IMF no and a day my yeah ankasa. But you see when your mama talk about review. Because these were the people who were against free SHS already. They started doing the review even before the implementation. You see, so implementation, and that is the reason why they went and brought some nebulous way be said.
But Saka, Madi Yanko.
No, John Mahama. Yesterday, I advised the MPP on these free education challenges.
You say it can only be done after 20 years.
John Mahama, I think in 2017, I kept post. For some John Mahama can say, I didn't abandon that. But I was saying to be stakeholders. Maintenance and insurance program, no review program, and bomb in Ghana. Then, I go fado, I got to catch there a month for say, I am for. Or say brofo kasa job Obama used to say review no e just say cancellation betwemo the one by 1 year free education bill. So anybody about di Obama di bia no the one be use free education free ho and jina ho and about me call peace fm okasi the free okasi review bia na woni nyansa woni ni team na oka review because review bia e cancellation amunye ho adwuma ebe yi levy issue MPP for Kojina market e catch Ghana for say you live in Omopeno. NDC first stop because you pay review of free education. Almost some people say you levy. And the mom review now free education in Koso. At the end of the day, advisor John Mahama Maya na say, Mumma yensho yo, nyasa be ko video bi no, mba ko to apachaw aye review. Musi dey bi. Marco do small boys say IMF. According to your understanding of IMF, say small boys. Let's say now don't know I can say review air cancellation no. Or say may review we no. And now Saka explain say review say behwe mu aye ni ye. Say no mo tisa brofo na say. It just tells us say these are the people who claim we have the men. Na brofo omunti ase. They were only leading Ghanaians to just say they keke. Because we said na Saka call you one why you who are. And now more best person what bro for pass here what make I say cancellation and first review cancellation. In fact now don't continue talking about review.
No,
review.
To mama review means cancellation.
How do you know?
Because Nipa no pay in the first place. And then no, Missy. John Mahama want an opportunity to cancel.
He wants an opportunity to cancel. Such a way she say. Even rope in the private sector, private student, so that you can even expand the issues. Must say there be your mama can couple and yet. In there, now do a deal to say review is not cancellation, by John Mahama nti say ye de kwan papa no de it means the right person to lead Ghana is John Mahama.
Me da se abusuafo me de ase de ma CD Herbal Center ya wo de CD capsules abedwa so ebusu immune system time aso time aso na ebusu immune system CD ointment so CD ointment so ebu papa sisi yade ne waposo nyina general body pains be free so akọ CD capsules CD ointment ebusu ewodwa so ekus pharmacy within my pharmacy be be eton no bia no wo benya CD capsules ni CD ointment ebi ato ya wala shibi Shalom Sport ya be community 19 junction for 0209 682836 0209 682836 Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic Onungwado go last stop estate junction wa ya resefi on the bright soldier capsules abedwa so ememe droni bright garlic plus capsules so wonum say do we say ya constipation I am timunum ne cholesterol nyina ebe free so bright soldier capsules bright garlic plus capsules ebusu ewodwa so ya ambulance ya do small man for bet 500 Ghana cedis pe ne ensure wonungwado go last stop estate junction for 0243 983906 0243983906 Jacob me ma part time job bi akon adwuma ho say wan kasa wo ye rider dada ene ye high dispatch riders
okay
enti akwanya da honum e de ma
enti me ye we kakra ma kwakọ
na sa mi wu Benz na cho
wo ho
wo Benz no
wo ho pa
I was for friend dispatch radar friend 0558 734552 0558 734552 on